What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another trade recap. Today is Monday, June 15th. I'm just getting home, or not home, but I'm just getting back to the spot. Um, Honestly, today was a interesting day, definitely a learning lesson. But I did end up, you know, having red P and L, but I still count it as a green day. Why is that? Because I followed my rules. I didn't over leverage. I didn't really revenge trade. I took the amount of trades that I said I need to take per day. Once that hit, I closed my charts. I journaled. I did all the things I was supposed to do. Um, but coming into the day, honestly, we had this huge move up to the upside, just completely. The move up inverse this gap. I want to say this is like a almost 500 point move or 500 point gap. So with that being said, I was like kind of in between because I'm like, before that we were respecting bearish, but now that's kind of like signaling bullish. And I said overall, since then we got the change in the state right here. I low key want to see bullish, but since we are so overextended, while also respecting the -2 to 2.5 of this range, I low key want to see us, even if we don't come back down into the new week opening gap, just I'll shrink down, show y'all why I want to see a little lower. We had kind of been accumulating, putting in a whole bunch of low resistance liquidity around. This is a 15 minute. I'll show y'all the 5 minute. So I'm like, And I took a trade like this last week, kind of what I wanted to see, which, let me see if I could, this is it. It kind of went up off market open, then just came down and really like manipulated all of that low resistance liquidity, came back, and then end up going down into this gap. Now that's what I wanted to see, something like this, right? What do we do off market open? We just overextend. I'll kind of skip forward some. So we overextend a lot. And at this point, I'm like, okay, maybe that's my manipulation. But we keep going. And at this point, we're putting in, I want to say we're taking out, we took out these like previous hourly highs. The only high we have left to go get is the all-time highs. So I'm like, maybe we're going to go get the all-time highs. I'm not going to get a trade today, and I'm fine with that. But I'll kind of show y'all where my trade idea started to come. So we manipulated higher all the way, and this line right here is all-time highs. And I see us come up there, and I'll kind of just let it play out now. I'll kind of let it play out. So I see us come up here. Now this is the 1 hour. I'm watching like the 5 minute, 3 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute, right? I'm like, we have this untapped all-time high and all of this low resistance. I feel like we'll at least, try to maybe come balance out 50% of this range. And right now, this is about, 10 o'clock on the market. And this is kind of where my trade came, actually. So I saw us inverse this 1 minute right here, like this very small 1 minute. And I think, honestly, I waited on this one to get inverse as well. So, honestly, I'll just turn off replay mode and show y'all my executions. And in hindsight, looking at it, like I just got caught in the chop. My trade actually came earlier than I remembered, but it came at 9:45. So I'll just kind of break down what I was thinking. So yeah, like I said, we inversed. Well, we left this all time high, and I'm like, okay, maybe we want to come back and get 50% of this little leg right here. Mark out my OTE, which we kind of did, honestly. And I don't even think I did that leg. I want to say on a 5 minute. Damn, I don't know why it's so shrunk. So yeah, there we go. I want to say I was on a 5 minute because my target was, I want to say this 5 minute low right here. And with that, I was like, I want to say I drew out my OTE from this low to this high. And this is where I should have went break even once we tapped this golden pocket. So I'll shrink back down and kind of show y'all. Once we tapped this golden pocket, something told me to go break even here. Something told me just go ahead, go break even. We done swept this internal lows and put in an equal low, which is kind of not a good sign because we're respecting, like I said, the golden pocket of this little range right here. So yeah, and I had a late fill. That's another thing, because I wanted to enter off, I want to say this candle, yeah, something like this, but I ended up getting in right about here. Yeah, something like this. So it's targeting. This wasn't the best trade, like I said, looking in hindsight. So when this candle closed, something like this, and I was targeting, I want to say this low, with my stop set here or somewhere up in here. Yeah, I think here, either at this wick high or candle high. So targeting like a 2.4, and honestly, break even would have gave me close to a 1-to-1. A little bit up under it, so that wouldn't have been a bad trade. Where did I go wrong in this trade? Not going break even, trying to be like, I'm gonna give it a little leeway just in case. The trade just needs to rebalance some to go lower. Which, like I said, in hindsight, if we were going to get this low, we would have probably displaced through this without any type of pullback. We should have displaced through this low to get to this low pretty easily. Kind of how we did here. Like, we displaced through this low to take out this one. So, should have went break even there. Where did my next trade come? Not too long after. I said, okay, since we did tap this golden pocket, which is kind of, I don't think this was necessarily a bad trade. I think I just got caught up in bad PA here. So as you can see, I got in after this inversion right here, and I'm like, okay, so now we have this all-time high. We've tapped this golden pocket, inversion here, inversion there. So I'm like, I think this is a pretty good long. So what do? I wait for that candle to close. I'm targeting these all-time highs. I think I have my stop set at the bottom of this. So I'll turn off my executions so I can see. I think I have my stop set. One of these, somewhere up in here, something like this. Not trying to risk too much. And what ended up happening, ended up getting stopped out. Eventually the move played out. Even if I had to did my stop like somewhere down here, I would have still got stopped out. Really today was just a day of what I like to call inefficient PA. I also got caught up in a lower resistance liquidity run. Now, like I said, why do I think this is a green day? I saw this trade coming. So I said, once we put in this last low, sweeping this low, and I think we were respecting I can't remember what time frame we were respecting, but we were respecting something. I don't remember which exactly time frame it was on. Oh, here it is right here. So we were respecting the consequent encroachment of this wick right here perfectly. And I said, Now, one of the things that I've been using as a strong confluence is consequent encroachment, especially when it has opposing liquidity, like an opposing low resistance liquidity run. So I saw this trade, I watched it play out, which is something I probably couldn't have done, you know, a month ago or 2 months ago. Was see a perfect trade entry in my eyes. See we have all this low resistance liquidity. See that we have all-time highs resting above, and see also that this would have been the risk to reward on it would have been amazing. So I'll kind of show y'all what would have been my ideal entry. So I probably would have took this long after this inversion right here. Had a little drawdown, so I would have been targeting all-time highs with my stop probably at these body lows. So 2.5 risk to reward, I would have took off my first position probably, I don't know where I would have took them off, but probably at this internal high. Just secure a little profit, go break even there just because of how efficient price was today, and then leave my runner to here. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't think you can really see it. I'll shrink out, kind of show y'all what I would have been looking for. I don't know why my chart has been doing that to where I have to really shrink down, but I would have left the runner probably till somewhere up in here like -2, -2.5, which is also in line with the all-time highs. So that would have been a good trade, but like I said, I reached my max trades for the day, trying to stick to following my rules, and honestly, I felt better doing that than I'm pretty sure I would have felt if I had taken this trade, it played out, but I didn't follow my rules, because I recently dropped a video on that. It's better to win following your rules, or better to lose following your rules than it is to win not following them. You could just feel it in your gut, yeah, I won this time, but what's gonna happen the next time and the time after that? So, yeah, and honestly, I don't know. Am I gonna stop trading No News Mondays? I'm gonna do a little more back testing on them and see, but overall, this was the trade I should have waited on. Plenty of confluence here. I got caught in the chop, but like I said, this is just inefficient PA. Yeah, but overall managed my risk well, so that's a plus. Didn't crash out, didn't tilt, that's a plus. So maybe red P&L, but overall winning day. So appreciate y'all for watching. Stay tuned. I hope y'all can learn something from this. A red P&L is not always a bad day. It's all part of the learning process. Now that I've had a day like this, I probably won't make the same mistake again. So yeah, I see the good in it. But peace out. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.